Hello everyone, I am Anik Paul, bearing ID 86. Our group will discuss review questions of chapter 8. And now I am going to discuss the first part of the question 1. So the first question is, why is price planning not a precise science? Identify and describe the 6 major factors influencing pricing strategy, discuss 3 common pricing objectives, and what is meant by complementary relationship. Firstly, why is price planning not a precise science? In fact, price planning, like most marketing decisions, is an imprecise science because pricing cannot be done with 100% accuracy by using any scientific formula. As like other business skills, it depends on as much on good judgment as on quantitative calculations. But it doesn't mean pricing decisions are taken based on intuition. Effective price planning requires systematic study of variety of internal and external variables, particularly the customer's competition, cost, and demand. In the next part, I will discuss the 6 most important factors that influence pricing strategy, including customer value, competition, cost, demand, the impact of price on other products, and legal considerations. Firstly, customer value. The offered price need to reflect the true customer value even if customer want to pay less. Customers' awareness should be raised about the product's true customer value. Next, the competition. The competitive effect on demand or directly comparable products like Coca-Cola against Pepsi, and for substitute products like Coca-Cola against Mom influence price. The competitor's price move also influence pricing strategy. Cost. The fixed and variable costs are major concern for establishing price level. The changes in cost structure will affect price as well as profit. Next, demand. Product demand is based on variety of considerations. Price is one of them. Price changes affect demand for a product. Impact of price on other products. Sometimes purchase of one product increases the chance of purchasing another product or product line by the same customer because it can enhance the value of other product or saving time and effort. Next, legal considerations. Business marketers should be aware of the possible legal problems arising from certain types of discounts and allowances, and also should take care of to avoid engaging in illegal price discrimination, price fixing, the exchange of price information among the competitors, and predatory pricing. First, price fixing is the illegal practice of several competitors setting a price. Most often, competitors exchange price information and reach to agreement that is illegal. The price leader disguisedly signals its competitors to follow with their own price increases. Then the predatory pricing is the cutting of prices to a point that it is at or below cost for the purpose of eliminating competition. Large companies often undertake such illegal activities for grab the market share from small competitors. So this is the end of my part. The next part of the question will be discussed by my fellow members. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Joy Dash. My bearing ID is 90. My topic is the rest part of the first question. Why is price planning is not precise science? Identify and describe 6 major factors influencing pricing strategy. Discuss the common pricing objective. What is meant by a complementary relationship. My previous member has discussed about the first part, and now I am going to discuss about the 3 common pricing objective. There are 3 pricing objective. First one is maximize general profit. The first priority of a company's pricing objective is maximizing its profit. Though it is good for short run, but it is not good for the long run. But if a company maximizes its profit in the long run, it will gain. Sometimes to maximize its general profit, a company always cuts the cost or decreases the quality of a product. Second, achieve return on investment. Product may be priced to achieve a certain percentage of return on its investment. The market leader in the industry generally select this kind of objective. This objective make it simpler to measure and control the performance of separate division and department and products. The third one is maintain or increase the market share. This is a popular type of pricing objective because market share is measurable and may be better indicator of financial and corporate health. Gaining market share will affect the long-run profit favorably and increase reputation for quality and customer service. But totally focused on building market share often involves imprudent pricing below the perceived customer value and even less overall profit. Complementary relationship. Complementary relationship is a kind of a relationship in which both the firm and any business it consider partnering with should gain from the experience. This kind of relationship creates a win-win situation for both the company and its partner, and also for the customers. Thank you. My fellow members will discuss the rest.
Hello, this is Shakila Akter and my bearing ID is 88. Now I am going to present the solution of question number 2. The question is about describing the different kind of pricing methods and the fundamental reason to use those. I will describe this one by one. The first pricing method is marginal pricing, which is also known as contribution pricing, with the aim being to maximize it by reducing the number of units at which the marginal cost is just less than or equal to marginal revenue, and the product is sold at that price. The main reason to use this method is to gain unplanned business and utilize idle capacity. The second method is economical value to customers, or EVC, which is based on the insight that a customer will buy product only if its value to them outweighs the value of the closest alternative. The utility of a product depends on its value to the customer minus its price. EVC can be a uniquely effective way over time to gain a commanding leader over the competition, making it more profitable or giving it some other value advantage. And the third pricing method is break-even analysis. It is the pricing method at which the cost of manufacturing a product is equal to its sales price. If it is often used in competitive strategy to gain market share and also identifies the minimum price below which losses will occur. And the last method is target return on investing pricing. It is a method of setting prices to achieve investment goal. Price is determined by adding desired rate of return on investment total cost. It helps to think about profit first approach and key performance indicator that is often used by business to determine profitability of expenditure. That's all from my part. My fellow member will continue.
Assalamualaikum. My ID is 104. Now I'm going to talk about the price elasticity of demand. A good's price elasticity of demand is a measure of how sensitive the quantity demanded to its price. The price elasticity gives the percentage change in quantity demanded when there is a 1% increase in price, holding everything else constant. Elasticity of demand is determined by number of factors. First, the more substitutes a product has, the more likely that product will be price elastic. For example, plastic and steel, tea and coffee are price elastic. Second, products and services considered to be necessities are generally price inelastic. For example, office supplies, medical equipment. A change in the price of a luxury car can cause a change in the quantity demanded. Now comes difference between elastic, inelastic, and unitary demand. First comes elastic. Elastic demand exists when a small percentage decrease in a price produces a larger percentage increase in quantity demanded. In terms of inelastic demand exists when a small percentage decrease in price produces a smaller percentage increase in quantity demand. On the contrary, unitary demand exists when the percentage change in price is inelastic to the identical to the percentage change in quantity demanded. In inelastic demand, price elasticity is greater than 1 with elastic demand. On the other hand, there is price elasticity equal to 1 in unitary demand. In terms of elastic demand, it is associated with luxury goods or those with many substitutes like car. In inelastic demand, it is associated with necessities like medical products. For example, insulin is necessary for a diabetic patient, which whatever the price is, the necessary products demand will remain inelastic. In unitary demand, here price changes cause no change to the total revenue. For example, the price of digital camera increases by 10% and the quantity demanded also decreases by 10%. Now comes the question about a cost-benefit analysis be utilized in determining the demand for business products. When cost-benefit analysis used in determining demand, cost-benefit analysis analyzes the benefit received and cost incurred by the customer in buying and using a business product. The comparison of costs and benefits can be used to gain the customer's perspective of the business product or service, hereby allowing the business marketer to set price more realistically. If the business marketer charges more than the buyer's perceived benefits from the product or service, company sales will suffer. In this case, cost-benefit analysis helps to rise perceived value level when ensure the quantity demanded for that specific product and services. Thank you so much. This is from my part. My fellow member will continue the whole presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Minhajul Islam, wearing a. Now I am going to discuss about the question number 4. However, the question is differentiate between price scheming and market penetration pricing. Under what circumstances would you use each? What are the primary price considerations in each phase of the product life cycle? Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the answer of this question. We know penetration pricing is the strategy in which low prices are fixed for new products. On the contrary, scheming pricing is the strategy where prices are set high for new products so that highest profit obtained. In penetration pricing, it acquires a greater share of market. On the other hand, scheming pricing acquires greater profits by changing high markup. In penetration pricing, profit margin is very low. On the contrary, scheming pricing, profit margin is high. In penetration pricing, price sensitivity is very high. On the other hand, scheming pricing, price sensitivity is very low. Now, I am going to discuss about the under what circumstances would we use it. When a low price translates into significantly a larger number of customers, penetration pricing work. On the other hand, when demand shows low price elasticity, scheming pricing do works. There are 3 things like profit, demand, and marketing strategy we have to consider in each phase of product life cycle. That's all from myself. Now the rest part will continue my fellow member. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahmida Islam Ema. My ID is 102. So now I'm going to talk about what is a price leadership strategy and what kind of industry in such price leadership strategy follow. So price leadership strategy prevails in an oligopolistic situation. It is a practice by which one or very few firms initiate price changes, with most or all other firms just follow the suit. So when a price leadership strategy prevails in an industry, price competition does not exist. The burden of the making the critical pricing decision is placed on the leading firm, and others just simply follow the leader. So now, in what kind of industry in such price leadership strategy commonly found? Price leadership strategy is found most often in industry whose products are similar, even standardized, and are therefore considered as a substitute for each other. In such industries, a firm would lose market share if it charges a higher price than its competitor. All firms involved have to lose market share if it charges a higher price. All firms have to set all but the same price in order to stay in the business, or so little competition that the firm are able to coordinate their price as they would under a collusive agreement. And lastly, how does a business-to-business company maintain its price leadership position? In order to maintain the price leadership position, a business-to-business company needs to look on certain things. For example, the presence of a specific or consistent pricing strategy, the use of control power, and the recognition of the rights of the followers to the respective market share. These will sustain a company to hold its leadership position. The threat of an independent pricing action is always there, ready to break out if the leadership fails to make the right decision. However, the leader must be aware that if wrong decisions are made, followers will likely to destroy the position of the leadership. So that's all from my part. My fellow member will discuss the later. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Mahmuda Nusrat, bearing ID 84. So today I am going to present the question number 6, which is about competitive bidding. Competitive bidding is a bidding process which is used by the companies which requires large quantities of products and services, and it gets requested from the buyers to sellers or suppliers based on a proposal. So the companies which use the competitive bidding process is the federal local companies which requires a large quantities of products and services, and the criteria that should be used by a firm considering the bid on a job are considered as the dollar value of the job, the accurate specification of the product or service, the impact of bid acceptance on production, and the time constraints on the bid preparation, and the probability of winning bid in considering the presence and the strength of the other bidder. Now come about the differences between the open bidding and closed bidding. Bids generally get held by a glued or sealed envelope. On the other hand, the open bid get completed by a open advertisement which called by the buyers to the sellers or the suppliers. In the closed bid, lowest bid generally wins, but in the open bid there is a place of negotiation and there is no probability that the lowest bid will win. And the closed bid is generally informal in nature with formal in nature and with math structures and rules. On the other hand, the open bid generally promotes flexibility, and the bidding process is less formal and unstructured. So that's all for myself. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Sabakun Nahar Lipi and my ID is 98. Today I am going to discuss the question number 7. So the first question arrived, what is involved in lease agreement? A lease agreement involves a lessee and a lessor, where the lessee being the party that acquires the right to use the property, land, or equipment for a period of time. Then, what type of organization uses leasing transaction most frequently? Capital goods, and equipment manufacturers, including the market production machinery, packaging equipment, textile equipment, and other organizations use leasing transaction most frequently. Advantages of leasing for buyers are given in this slide. There are no down payment, no risks of ownership, and flexible terms. Advantages of leasing for the sellers are increased sales, ongoing business relationship with the lessee, and residual value retained. Here in this slide, we can see there are a lot of differences between an operating lease and direct financing lease. Operating lease is short-term and cancelable, generally treated as renting, and lessee doesn't have option to buy asset after the expire of the agreement. Projector, computers, laptops are examples of operating lease. Direct financing lease are non-cancelable and long-term. It is treated as loan, and lessee have right to buy asset after the expire of agreement. Plant, machinery, land extractor are example of capital lease. Thank you, everyone. My term is in here.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. This is Rasel Mahmud, bearing ID number 355. Now I'm going to present net price determination. The list price minus allowances for the trade and other cost significant concession made by the buyers. So now I will discuss three different types of price discount. So first of all is trade discount. Trade discount is the deduction from the list price offered to the intermediary in return of their service performed. The more the type of service they perform, the more they get discount. The service include storage facilities. Second is credit facilities to the customer, technical support to the manufacturer, and missionary sales. Second number is that quantity discount. Quantity discount is deduction from the list price offered to the original equipment manufacturer or intermediary because of large volume of purchase. Okay, the cost saving can be found in here: storage cost, transportation cost, and other processing cost. Third number is that cash discount. Cash discount is pricing. Cash discount is price reduction strategy used to encourage the buyer to pay their bill promptly. Okay, it helps the organization to increase their liquidity, decrease bad debt, and decrease the cost of credit collection. This is my part. My fellow member will continue this next part.
Hello, this is Sanzid Morsalin. My ID is 100. Today I will discuss about when are transportation fees an important pricing consideration. The ultimate cost of company items to the customer is greatly influenced by transportation fees, with pricing modified upward or downward depending on who pays the transportation fees, if the buyer pays or the seller pays the transportation fees. The transportation fees are especially essential for pricing large and bulky items that must travel a great distance, such as company machinery and equipments. And this portion of the total cost of the company product is normally negotiated between the buyer and the supplier. For rate quotation reasons, transportations are divided into a number of categories, such as distinct rate tariffs for various geographic locations, and the calculation of the appropriate rate for transportation fees between two locations can be challenging due to the complexity of the pricing structure. So this is all from our group. Thank you so much.